This is the Blackdot Eflo. They sent it over to review recently, and this video is just an unboxing and initial impressions. Now, before I start this, if you have any questions you want to ask, or if you have any feedback for this video, especially that kind of visual sequence we just had, if you have any kind of things you want to say, tell me in the comments or on Discord or Instagram, linked in the description down below. Just tell me. I reply to pretty much anything, and I try to be friendly, just don't be rude. So let's talk about the Blackdot Eflo. They sent it over for me to check out a couple days ago, and I've had some time to put it through its paces. Now, this is not full-on review. That full-on review, I'll have more in-depth detail because I'll be able to test it even longer. But let's talk about this Bluetooth speaker, kind of like my initial first thoughts on it. So this one's pretty new. It literally came out, I think, a few weeks ago, and it costs about 60 Singapore dollars for you to get your hands on it. In terms of like my initial impressions when I first picked it up, I was like, this looks quite a little bit like the UE Boom, and it's very clear that they've taken a lot of inspiration from that design. We've got a nice Blackdot logo up top, and we've got subwoofer up top and down low. We've got this nylon cloth material on this speaker grill, and the whole thing is kind of this small cute cylinder design, which is pretty nice. It's not really that small, but it is quite small. And then we've got this kind of plastic rubber material everywhere else, which isn't the best feeling thing on earth, but it doesn't feel too bad either. On the front, we've got a big plus and minus sign. These are your volume controls. You press it up to change your volume. And on the back, we've got a little cord, as well as a play pause button, as well as a power button and a power indicator LED, which is white. And then we have a little rubber gasket or cover here, which allows this thing to stay waterproof. Underneath the cover, we've got a micro SD card slot, so you can play songs off your micro SD card slot, which I have never seen anyone do. But if you do actually do that, good for you. You've got a micro SD card slot here. We've got a USB-C port as well, so if you want to plug in USB-C for charging, I think it does only charging. I don't think it does data transfer, but USB-C port for charging, which is good. It does come with a USB-C cable for charging, and it does come with a little headphone jack here. So this is an aux in, so you can plug in your phone or your laptop via an aux cable if you want to. Now, potential issue with this device here, I need to test it out with a variety of cables, is that the space kind of allocated for you to plug in your cables and stuff is very little. So imagine that if you had a big and fat USB-C cable, or a very big and fat 3.5mm cable especially, you're gonna have some hard time kind of sticking it there and really stuffing it in, because the space that you have, it's very cramped in there. So I think that might be a concern, but that will require more testing. Just be aware that, you know, if you are buying a cable for this device, buy a thin and skinny cable. It's built pretty well. It feels very nice. It's not the heaviest thing on earth. It feels kind of light, honestly, but hey, it's waterproof, which is big plus point. I'm going to be testing this out in the swimming pool just to see how chlorinated water works with it. But word of warning, generally with waterproof devices, keep them away from chemically or salt infused water, because those kind of fluids would wear away at rubber gaskets and wear away at the waterproof sealing that a waterproof device would have, and you don't want to be destroying your stuff, even if it's a budget-oriented product like this 60 Singapore dollar Bluetooth speaker. But I will be testing it out because they sent it over to review. Sorry, Blackdot, that's kind of stuff I do. Okay, so next up, let's talk about connectivity, Bluetooth, and sound quality. Now, for connectivity, I want more time to test it out. In terms of connection, it's very easy. It was less than a minute to connect. I just needed to turn on Bluetooth on my phone, turn this on, scan, and look for the word Blackdot Eflo, hit connect, and I'm connected. As for like how good its connection is, that one needs more testing, because some Bluetooth devices are fine at home, but the moment you bring them out and you bring them to the bus or the train, somewhere with a lot of radiation, a lot of electromagnetic pollution, it starts cutting out, it starts spazzing out, and it starts being like crap. Just like my TWS7 Hyperbass that I reviewed a couple of days ago, or like last week. So I need more testing to determine how good the Bluetooth connection is, but my previous experience with the other Blackdot devices is that it's quite good, so I am pretty hopeful on the quality of the Bluetooth in this device. Next thing is sound. How do I think it sounds? Now, it's going to take a little bit longer. I would say 1 to 2 weeks before I can really develop an opinion on how this sounds. But my initial impressions is quite promising. It gets pretty loud without any distortion that's really noticeable. And it's kind of like fun, bassy, warm kind of sound coming from this. Now I need more testing. I want to test this in like more different rooms and stuff just to see how exactly it sounds in different environments. But general impressions for its size, pretty loud, pretty potent, and doesn't distort even at max volume, which is a promising thing. And since we're not really going to be having any parties bigger than 8 people, I would expect that this speaker is probably enough. And if you are having a party bigger than 8 people, I'm going to call the police and report you for breaking the safe distancing cough cough 19 rules, because yeah. Also, I'm getting my vaccine in like a month, so I can't wait for like me to be really safe from cough cough 19. That'd be so exciting. But I digress. So I think it's time to end this initial impressions, because you know, I haven't really had a lot of time to test it out and really put it through its paces and give it the beans. Test it. But my initial impressions is telling me that this is a pretty promising device. For 60 Singapore dollars, I think it has the potential to be a pretty good value Bluetooth speaker, because everything that I've been getting from it has been quite positive. Now, I am going to end this video off here, but make sure you subscribe, because I will be testing it in chlorinated water. I will be testing the sound in different environments, different volume, testing the Bluetooth connection in different places, and giving a very conclusive review by the end of this week or by the end of next week. And subscribe, because a 3,000 subscriber giveaway is coming really, really soon, and that will be me giving away, I think, a keyboard, a mouse, and multiple keycap sets from Techwear, which is super hype. Now I'm gonna end this video off here though. I'm very tired, it's 3 AM. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you did appreciate this video or liked it, make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye, see you soon.